We're joined on the phone lines by the spokesperson for the Ghana Education Service, Daniel Fenyi. Good evening to you, Daniel. Grateful to you for your time here on the Channel One newsroom. First day of reporting for first-year students. What has been the observation of the Ghana Education Service on this first day?
All right, let me thank you very much for the opportunity. Indeed, today we expect that our learners would report to school. In fact, not only today, we have given 3-day window for them to report today, tomorrow, and then Monday. Indeed, today we ourselves went around to do some monitoring, see how the freshers are being integrated into the new environment, the new school environment. And largely, the process was ongoing very smoothly.
Okay.
In a lot of the places. Of course, today being the first day, for some of the schools, you could see that some of them were quite overwhelmed by the numbers, because we gave the 3-day window. Some of the heads expected that just a few of the students will report today, a few will come tomorrow, then a few will report by Monday, so that they get the full complement of the student body. But surprisingly to them, today being the first day, almost all the students reported, and that got them a bit overwhelmed. But I think largely the situation was under control in many of the schools. For some of the schools we visited to, with our observations and interactions with the school heads, we realized that the schools have already communicated to the student body that they should be reporting on Monday. So for some schools, they have actually communicated that it is on Monday that the school environment would be prepared and more friendly to receive the learners. So generally speaking, I think the integration has been quite smooth. The integration has gone on quite well. In fact, just about 30 minutes ago, I spoke with some of the students who are reporting, and as I talk to you, some of the students are now reporting to the school environment. And the school authorities have assured us that even when students report in the night, they will be available to still receive them and then help them through the integration process. So it's almost like everybody is on deck. Every hand is on deck, right from the school level to the district level to the region level. Your correspondents engage some of the district directors, even engage the regional director. So everybody understands the assignment. Everybody understands that our freshers are young and innocent, vulnerable, and so they need help, they need support, they need to be supported to go through the integration process. And that's what all the officers of the Ghana Education Service are doing to help our learners integrate smoothly into their new school environment.
All right, Daniel, you mentioned that there is a 3-day window for students to report. I mean, what happens to students who are unable to report, within this 3-day window?
We acknowledge that is a very, very human-related exercise. So yes, our estimation is that by Monday, all first years would have reported to school, so that from Tuesday, academic activities, including orientation exercises and all that, will be held for the students. But we also admit that you would find 1 or 2 students or 1 or 2 parents who, for 1 or 2 reasons, may not be able to report by Monday. We encourage that all learners, all parents are able to report by Monday. But if you are not able to report by Monday, we don't expect that you miss the first week, because the first week is very important. That's the week of the orientation, the week where your children are supported to integrate, the week where the career counselors in the schools and the school counselors are able to give orientations to the learners on the prospect of the various programs and courses they have picked. So if you pick the business course, or if you pick the general arts or a science or a STEM program, this is the week that the various teachers and the counselors are going to elaborate more on the career opportunities, the prospects, and all that. So you wouldn't want your child to miss the first week. So if you are not able to report by Monday, which is our ideal deadline, we wish that you are still able to do so by the close of the first week,
Okay.
so that your child will not miss this important exercise of the orientation and all that.
All right. The accommodation concern, I mean, a recurring concern almost every year. How are we addressing that concern this year?
For this year, we are issues of accommodation, and for that matter, generally boarding, school facilities and all that, were seriously taken into consideration in the placement exercise. And so I can assure you that we should not expect situations where learners will not have places to sleep, or students would have to sleep on the bare floor like we witnessed sometime. As I can assure you that you wouldn't witness some of these situations at all, because it was part of the considerations in the placement exercise. And
okay.
we also engaged the various school heads to give us the various vacancies that they have in their school. So every school head gave us the number of students they can accommodate, number of boarding facilities available to them, and these are the numbers we actually worked with. And so we expect that in terms of residential facilities, in terms of boarding facilities, all our schools would be able to accommodate the numbers that have been posted to them.
All right, David, finally, before you go, what is the message from the Ghana Education Service for parents and students who are yet to report and those who have also reported it?
Yes, so to the parents, officially we are reminding them that the Parent-Teacher Association is fully restored. And so by restoration, full restoration, we mean that you are an integral part of your child's academic journey. And
all
so
right.
we expect that anytime we call for a PTA meeting, anytime we call that you come in to render support, you come in to render encouragement to your ward, you make yourself very available. You are part of the child's academic journey. I'm sending this strong reminder. So don't only come and quote unquote dump your word in the on the school premise and go back home. No, come to the campus, collect the contact of some of the teachers, collect the contact of, if possible, some of the seniors on the campus, and make sure your child feels that you are part and parcel of the journey they are about to undertake. And for parents who have not reported yet, we would encourage you that you are able to facilitate your reporting by Monday,
right.
so that your wards would also join the others. For the students, behave well. Behave well. This is a new environment. This is a new journey, but a very significant formative journey for you. What you do on the various campuses, what you do with your class activities, your lessons, and all that will, in a very long run, and determine who you would turn out to be in future. So don't joke, don't join gangs, and don't play around on campus. Take your teachers very seriously, take your lessons very seriously. If you are confused of anything, first engage your parents, engage the teachers. Make sure your minds are very settled on any topic, any lesson that you take in school. Don't pick any bad behavior.
All right.
And make sure that your studies will go on very smoothly. Ghana Education Service as an institution will give you the assurance that we will provide every conducive environment that will make you succeed. So support us as children, support us as parents to work together to ensure our learners turn out successfully.
I'm grateful to you, Daniel. Daniel Fenny is spokesperson for the Ghana